So today is April 14th. So today we will discuss database and also Tableau desktop. I hope you install Tableau before the class.
Yes.
And this topic is quite difficult, right? So my previous experience is this. Today's topic is determine your final grade. It can be A plus or B minus, right? So pay attention. And also next class we have guest speaker at 7 p.m. Dave Gamble. Sorry, this is somewhat different. Let me correct. Dave Gamble is director finance transformation in JD Irving. So he is CPA, and also he's automating business process in finance department. In charge of that, so director. So, and let me show you. He is the one. Good-looking guy. Director of Finance Transformation, JD Irving. Here comes at 7 p.m. So who are guests? Welcome committee. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 4? We have 3, right? 3. So next Monday, before the 7, maybe 6:50, you have to go to the outside the building and escort him. And in the discussion board, I posted the Kahoot link so that you can start preparing midterm. Have you tried before? No, not yet. It's in the Kahoot quiz. Yes. So we go to the communication and discussion and announcement from instructor. And here is the midterm preparation. There are 4 links. 4 links. Yeah, you sent. I sent it by email as well.
So in the midterm, we will have the same questions.
The question is whether you will see same question in the midterm. Not exactly. So that's part of exam. My exam source is assignment 1 and 2, and this, and also we have to discuss supply chain management and database. This one.
Okay.
So yeah, but that's the important part. So if you remember everything, it will help because it's also. This is to review your assignment answer, right? Okay. So now today we'll discuss database. So database lecture slide is go to the D2L and lecture slide 1. And it's 4-1 is the lecture slide. So if you want, you can download it. Remote students, you have to print 4-2, 4-3, 4-4 because we will use it as an in-class exercise. And I printed it, those who are in class. But if you are taking remote, you have to print it by yourself. Okay, so let me Let me do this one. So yeah, one of the essay question in the midterm is like this one. Where should we apply information technology if there, given that we have limited budget? Then your answer should be based on this framework. Yeah, we discussed 7 areas. So one is the by reviewing emerging technology. The other part is reviewing competition framework. We discussed the high added value activity, increasing switching cost, increasing entry barrier, and integrating and sharing enterprise information. And there are 3 areas: CRM, ERP, supply chain management. Supply chain management will be discussed next class. We discussed just kindly. So question will be like this one: where should we apply information technology, given that we have limited budget? List and explain 7 areas, and either explain by their problem or benefit. Yes.
The question.
Question.
Yeah.
No, who are note takers? There are 2 note takers. So yeah, make stomach in the note because it's a question. Where should we apply information technology, given that we have limited budget? Discuss 7 areas and explain briefly either their benefit or either their problems. I already asked another students recording this time. Yeah, today you don't have to.
Explain 7 areas. I didn't get
Hmm?
I didn't get that. Explain 7 areas of.
This is 7 areas: reviewing emerging technology, high added value activity, increasing switching costs, increasing entry barrier, CRM, ERP, SCM. So this is 7. So when you answer, you have to make this framework. This is in the slide, right? So first, there are 3 aspects. We are using 3 aspects. One is by reviewing emerging technology, reviewing competition framework. Then another aspect is integrating and sharing enterprise-wide systems. So then you briefly explain each area, and either, for example, explain what is the first CRM and what's the problem, what problem CRM solve, or what's the benefit of the CRM.
So how many marks will be there for this question?
Good question. I cannot remember. I think it's about 25%. There are 2 parts. One part is the paper-based, which is using today's DB database design. You have to do handwriting. Or others like this one
is a short answer, right? For the short answer.
Yeah, short answer like in the assignment question, or multiple choice or true false in our code piece. So I will just copy and paste. Okay, so that one is around within this D12 quiz part, it's about 50%. Assignment 1 and 2 and the cow quiz, and this is about 25%. And rest of 25% is from lecture slide and discussion. Sometimes I said this will appear in the exam, right? So note takers, please make big stomach so other students know. And if possible, why don't you list up those questions so that other students can study. So anyway, we discussed up to this part so far, and today we will change the topic. Previous topic is all managerial topic, but today's topic is more technical. So I will not show any funny video. So change your brain mode to tackle technical conference, very dry topic. So if you just relax a lot and pay attention, full dedication. As usual, we are not allowed to do any assignment for other courses during my class. You will get deduction in your final expression. Anyway, so, and also there are three areas, and first area is building block for next part. So don't wait. If you have any question, raise your hand and solve it right away at the right timing. Otherwise, you might be difficult to understand the later part. By the way, why do we discuss database? There are three reasons. First reason is this one is core technology for ERP, CRM, supply chain management. So it's better understand what's backbone technology. Without database, you cannot implement those things. Second thing is, how many of you are applying to be an accountant in the future? CPA or certified accountant? Nobody?
No.
Wow.
They don't use, they don't give.
There are a few. Okay. So those accounting profession, CPA designate this one as a CPA prep course. And one condition is you have to teach information system development process. So how information system is developed. So managers also need to know this one. That's important investment for your department as well. So that's the reason why I teach you database as one of the information system, and I will teach you database design. How do you design information system piece from the scratch to the end? So the reason is, as a manager in the future, you will be a manager, right? Database is quite useful, and knowing this one is very helpful. First, when you extract data from database, it's very helpful to know the structure. And second thing is there is a personal version of database. So in my case, I use your group member management. Which group you belongs in, I use this personal version of database. So are you ready to tackle the right topic? Pay attention. If you have any question, let me know. In return, I will circulate these three things so that you may need energy. Can you pick just 2 or 3? I'm afraid this one ran out, and the last. And one is the dark chocolate, and this is milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is sweeter. This is healthy, less harmful.
So we can become from each side.
Yes. If you really want to, you can take 3. Okay, so let's start. First part, there are 3 parts. First part is the database concept. What is the database? Second part is relational database basic. Because relational database is de facto standard. Over 90% of companies use relational database. Third one is database design. So this database design part is hard to catch up. So you have to have good understanding within this class, rather than, so don't wait, don't think going back and study. So first topic is, what is the database? So first I will explain background of the database. In the past, files were used, files were used to store data. Actually, many of you using files to store data, right? Give me example of program you are using. Yes.
People use Excel.
Yes, absolutely. Excel. Hmm?
CSV file.
Yeah, we CSV files to save the number data, character data, and also Word file, which is store text data. We call data file. Also, I can write data in my paper. That is also file. Or I store my data in the laptop. So that file I'm talking about. But this file creates a lot of inefficiency. So database is basically developed to overcome those inefficiencies of current conventional data system or storing data in Excel. So let's figure it out. What are the inefficiency or ineffectiveness? Let's assume there is a university, and university has 3 departments. Let's assume register office, manage course, student, and instructor. So there is a many computer program, and there is they use student file, course file, instructor file. Parking department issue parking pass, and they have several computer program. And to identify whether you are student or not, they have used student file. Housing department manage dormitory, so they have many computer program, and also they use student file and dormitory room file. Now let's focus on this file usage. Can you see any waste or any inefficiency in using file? Yes. Three student file exists. Yeah. So each department use student file separate. Maybe they are using Excel or something. Right. Yeah, that's good thing. So Mary got 1 chocolate point. You got. So what is your name? Judy got 1 chocolate point. So first thing you found is student file is many. There are 3 copies of student file. First, it's waste of space, waste of computer resource. But these days, hard disk is not very expensive, so that's not a big deal. But if you maintain 3 separate files, it can be inconsistent unless you have strong process to synchronize this change. Otherwise, this data will be inconsistent. That's the biggest problem. We call it data integrity issue. For example, university president of this university asked this question: how many students do we have? How many students do we have? Then each director will go back to their data set and they will show, for example, register office says, well, we have 1,000 students. Parking department says 950. Housing said 130. Let's assume you are president of university. Would you believe this data? If 3 departments say different number? No. That's the key issue if you use separate files. So let me summarize this one. There are 2 issues. One is we call it data redundancy. Same data is stored more than one place, is duplication of data, waste of storage. But more important problem is data integrity. Without strong synchronization process, data can be inconsistent. So it degrades the integrity of data or reliability of data. People do not trust. Okay. So this president was upset and ask Sri director, fix it. So Sri director get together, they decided, how can we solve this? Why don't we use common one student file, natural solution? Then everybody say same number, regardless whether it's correct or incorrect. At least it's consistent. Okay. So thank you. There are a few extras. So if you feel sleepy or dizzy, come and take more. Okay. So they start using sharing one file. So now, because three departments use one file, they merged many fields together. So student number, name, and GPA, and car number, housing rent. Can you see any problem this common file approach? Shared file approach.
Too much information.
Too much information. Good try. You got 1 chocolate point, but it's not the answer I want.
If the students leave the different name, they cannot map in.
If students use different name, that's another issue. You got 1 chocolate point, but that's not the answer. Okay.
There'd be gaps, right? Some people have cars, some don't. Some people have rents.
Okay, so that's the missing element will occur. Yeah, that's quite insightful. But yeah, 1 chocolate point.
They'll be duplicated.
Sensitive information. Sensitive information. You got 1 chocolate. You hit there. One of your same thing. Okay, you got 1 chocolate. Yes. If 3 departments share one program, now parking step can see your GPA and also can change your GPA. Is it acceptable?
No.
No. Unless they change it to all A+, that would be great, but otherwise it's big issue. So because you open this file to 3 deep step, each step, housing step also can see your GPA. And another problem is technical problem. So security issue was what we discussed, and the other one is maintenance issue, which is technical problem. In the computer, if you want to access file, each problem needs file description, or which is small code which describe file layout. So let me show you one example of file layout. This is, in case of old language, this is file description. This is simply tells to the program what's the layout of file. First 9 digit is student number, and next 11 digit is last name, next 9 digit is first name. Simply describing this layout, but this one is embedded in the each program. So what's the big deal? Because they share one student file. Now each program in department, there is a small piece of code about showing file layout is embedded here in each program. Now let's assume there's a new field, like rent is necessary for housing department. So you added this rent field in the student file. Then file layout changed. So this blue color part has been should be changed, right? So housing, this rent field is added for housing department, but parking department and register office also need to change their program. That's the big deal, because in the real case, number of program is 100 or 1,000 in each department, and they do not need that field, but they have to change their program, and it's currently running program, so you cannot do it daytime because you need to test. Even it's just adding one line, you have to add one line and compile it and test it. So it means numerous of night shift time, night work. So let me summarize. Tool issue sharing is the security issue. It's clear, and also maintenance workload issue. And basically, database solve all these problems. How? Basically, database is shared file approach. This is like a relational database. Like shared file, database store all data in one central place, one place. So it's shared file approach. Now, something different thing is there is to use database. This is program for register office program. Before it access this data directly, but now it's not possible. They always need to send request to database management system. This is software kind of middleman. So IBM DB2 or SQL Server, Oracle Server. There are so many database software, Oracle. Yeah. So now we have to request, and then it is the database software retrieve data and return the data. This is logical structure. And so how can this database solve the security issues? In the database, there is a function separate logical view and physical view. Physical view of data has many components, right? Moon, palm tree, soil, wave. But let's assume register office program need only moon, then you can create a separate view and show moon only. Then from register office's program's point of view, this data looks like just moon. So they cannot see other data. So they feel like they are using separate file, but database actually integrate all in the back office. And second problem was the maintenance issue. Maintenance issue happens because file description or file layout was inside of program. This time, this file description is outside of program because database is the one who actually manages files. So file description is outside of each program. So if you add rent, the housing program needs to change because they need to use rent, but all other register office or parking department program does not affect because of this change. So basically, we solved all the problem. So database has both of good things, consistency and no security issue, less maintenance. Of course, because there is a middleman, you have to pay money for software and it consumes more CPU and a little slow than without database. Database is 5 components: database engine, data definition, data manipulation, application generation, and data administration. Database engine is the one actually store data and retrieve data within database. And database definition component is used to create logical structure. You will make a table design for logical structure later. And then data manipulation is retrieving data the way you want. So it's kind of like using various tools like structured query language. You can retrieve data or extract data. And most modern database has application generation function, meaning is by using menu and click, you can develop data entry screen or report without using programming language. So business professional can use this kind of function without, so develop their own report and menu and inquiry screen. And database had become big, is for whole enterprise. So hundreds of people, thousands of people, 100,000 people will use this data. So backup and recovery is extremely important. So modern database all include strong backup and recovery function. So for example, there is a power failure, still you can recover last transaction data using rogue and other mechanism. And there are many database type, but most popular one was relational database. Relational database store data two-dimensional table like spreadsheet or Microsoft Excel. So looks similar. So because this is over 90% of company using relational database, so we will discuss relational database. This is end of the conceptual explanation. Any questions so far? It's not that bad, right? So now let's move on to relational database. Relational database data is stored this kind of two-dimensional table. This is one table, and this table is called table or relation. Relation was used original term, so it looks like more academical, but most people use table. So here is one table, and this each row, the first row is column heading, first row is column heading, but all others row is called record or tuple. So how many records this table has? Yes? Four. Okay, 4 records. And each column is called attribute or field. So how many fields do we have? Okay. 5. Excellent. 1 choco point. And the other one is primary key, or we call it key. It is required for each table. Primary key is a value. With that value, you can single out one record. That's the primary key. Actually, we are using primary key quite often. So if you go to the registrar office, they will ask you your student number, right? Then why do they ask your student number? With that student number value, they can retrieve your record. If you go to the Bank of Montreal, then they will ask bank account card, right? Because it has my account number. With that account number, you can retrieve, they can retrieve my specific record.
Unique identity.
Yeah, unique identification. Okay. And if you go to the Service New Brunswick, they will ask driver's license or social security number. They are all key to retrieve your specific record. So, like she said, the unique identification, there are 3 conditions to be a primary key. 3 conditions to be a primary key. One is unique. Value should be unique. For example, like gentleman, what is your name? Where is it? Yeah, hold on. Gentleman, what is your name? Yeah, only and only. Two gentlemen, student's number is same.
Yeah.
Name was same.
Yeah.
Two student numbers are same. What happened? Yeah, it's chaos, right? So all those mark will be updated to all to mark will be updated to. So if you cannot use and database cannot retrieve specific right record. So first condition is to be a primary key, field value should be unique, no duplication. It makes sense to you, right?
Yeah.
And also field should not change over the time, value. What if student number change every week? It's chaos, right? It's very difficult to remember. So when you choose the primary key field, choose one the value does not change longer time. And if there are many candidates for primary key, third condition is shorter one is better in terms of length. If it is short, then it occupies small size of memory and you can process faster. So in real case, we usually create artificial primary key, like student number is artificially created to ensure this no duplication, no change, and short.
Number.
Yeah, social security number, driver's license number. So in real situation, we artificially create to meet this condition. So let me check whether you understand this. So I will continue. Yes. Yes. And there are two types of key, primary atomic key and composite primary key. So remember these three conditions. And there are two types of key. One is atomic, the other one is the composite primary key. Thank you. Composite primary key is the primary key that made of two multiple fields. Atomic primary key is primary key consists of single field. Sometimes it is not possible to make a primary key with single field, then another way is combine two fields, right? So let's see this example. This example is in your handout as well. It's 4-1. 2 and check whether there is a primary key. So this is dormitory building. There are 3 building, building 1. Which one? Yes. Are you taking notes? No. Okay. You can download this slide as well. It's 5-1. Yeah, on the detail.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Great. So there are 3 dormitory building and room number and room type, number of bedroom furnished. So let's see one by one. Can you think building number be a primary key? No. Yes, no.
Oh.
Oh, why not? So there is a duplication, right? There are 3 record has 1, so how can it be primary key? So it cannot be a primary key. How about room number? Also duplication, right? 100. How about type? No. So number of bedroom? No, there is a duplication. Furnished, also duplication. So no field can be a primary key. So now let's combine 2 together. How about building number and room number together? Can it be a primary key?
Yes.
Yes, there is no duplication, right? So in this case, we make a primary key. So I usually write P and by combining these 2. In this case, we call this is composite primary. You don't understand? Which? Okay, so let me do it again. Very good question. I will give you 1 chocolate. So building number, it cannot be a primary key. Why it cannot be a primary key? Because there is duplication. So to be a primary key, value should be unique. Unique means there is no duplication, but there is a duplication. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. So database cannot handle this kind of request, right? Give me record building number 1, then there are 3 records, so they cannot single out one. Room number as well. If you use room number, there is a 1001 and 1100, so there is a duplication. Okay, so there is no, but if you combine these 2, building number and room number together, 2 fields as a whole, then each building has the room number, so there is no duplication. So then we can make combining these 2 as a primary key, and this kind of primary key is called composite primary key because it consists of multiple fields. Any question? Are you okay? Excellent.
Well, you can also combine, or can you also combine room number and type?
Room number and type, good question.
Yeah. That's the funny that I'm reading. No. You can give a primary key. Yes.
In this data, they looks unique, right? 100A.
100C.
But when you predict future, there are more room will come, and it is possible same type, same room number and same type can be possible. So it's not ideal to make this one as a primary. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yes or no?
That's your point.
Otherwise, I just wanted to add to what you responded. There could also be possibility the same room number can exist for the different building.
Yeah.
So 100 can repeat for, let's say, building number 3, which is repeating, and it can have the same type. Same for the building 3 can also be, there could be room number 100 with building type A, so that would be duplication.
You will not get it.
I saying building number.
I'm
I answered to you. Why it's now? Okay. You wanna chocolate?
No, your points.
Okay. Now let's do. So we call this is composite primary key. I usually put P sign on top of this field heading. Now there is a exercise. There are 3 tables. If you see the next page, in the next, the same page in the there are 3 tables. So find the primary key of each table. Each table should have a primary key. So find it and write P over the primary key. For example, let's assume if you think this base code is primary key in the base table, then write P here. This is very important. So I will check everybody output whether you can do. So once you finish identify primary key, and then compare your result with your neighbor's result, so you can make noise. Just focus on one table at a time and find the
Okay, that's
one primary.
Just one like problem.
Yeah, there is a one truck table and find the primary key. Then go to the base table and find the primary key.
Professor,
Yes.
is there, are you planning to combine these 2 tables? Because that would
Yeah, the way
is the primary key. If you
No,
combine-
just focus on one at a time. Draw. Yeah, one primary key in each table.
we don't need to make it there 3 tables, right?
No, there is a 3 table. So
Okay.
each table should have one primary key.
Okay.
So find the one primary key and write key.
What is the primary key changes when you combine?
If you can have primary key with one field, single field, that's better because shorter one is better.
Oh, okay, so like you combine then.
So there's
There is no compass because applying 3 conditions. First, find the unique value. Second, find which one does not change over the time. And if there is a 2, then you compare which one is shorter.
Okay.
So you will end up 1. Oh, okay, so compare your result with your neighbor students. So later I will check.
All 3, first 3, right?
तो एक ही आएगा 没有好学。我就喜欢这些啊。这样啊，就把刚刚说的稍微少些。
Oh, here's the one. Oh, what?
Yeah, 502.
So 506 is not experience, but all six fields is base code field. That's difficult. 502 and 502.
Okay, any other people can take on different.
Right. So that this is right.
This one is grammar.
Yeah. Which one? There are quick entries, unique, but if you apply second condition, then you not change your opposite. But if it's fine, then you will change it whenever you write the file is going off. So between this one, now. I will one more time. So where is primary?
对，就是那你没有讲的原因，是因为这个讲的刚刚但是实际上去买它会分面，因为就是但是像你每个买的价格上面一定要对吧？然后每个人买的价格中间的把这些东西变为真的，但是如果把你分的小人。他也不拿这个做作为，因为他如果拿这个做题的话，就会很奇怪，觉得你说跟我采购方案说我来考，你直接放到为什么我在他们每一个账号里面的人但是他这个 overline 只有在这个账号里面我出来他 overline 所以他这个账号的对吧？但是一旦出来之后，你会他微信微信他要反正这个他们这个部分是这个情况有一点Right. So what
Okay, so let's do it together. Everyone looks good. So first of all, let's focus on truck table. Truck table. Can truck number be a primary key? Yes, so there is a values are unique, right? Good. So there is a possible candidate. How about base code? Base code, there is a duplication. So 502, 502, 501, 501. So one duplication. So it's not good for primary key. How about type code? Duplication. So you don't have to, this is not good. Truck miles, it's unique. Values are unique, so there are possible candidates. And Hmm?
That's possibility for yeah.
But anyway, so there is a possible candidate that's because there is a unique, right? So then truck by date, there is a duplication. So this is not. Now between truck table, truck number and mileage, if they are both unique, has the first condition. Let's apply second condition. Second condition is value should not change over the time.
Truck miles and change.
But these truck miles, yeah, when you drive truck, mileage is going up and up every day. So because of second condition, this one cannot be a primary key. As a result, there is only one. Truck number become a primary. Does it? Any question about this part? No. Now let's go to the base table. How about base code? Yes. And base code city? No. Base state? City has duplication, then state also has duplication. Area code has a duplication. Base phone number? Yeah, right. So there is a duplication. So meaning is theoretically base phone number can be shared by each two parking station. Also, one manager can cover several parking space, so it's not good. So this base code will be a primary key. Primary and primary. And in case of type code, yes, 1, 2, 3. Description has duplication. Description 2 has duplication. So the only thing is type code. So there are 3. Did you have a question? Yes.
Manager, if they all have different needs, and there's no duplication.
But if you have to anticipate future addition of data, and if your company has one manager cover multiple parking space, then there is a possibility of duplication.
What I wanted to ask is it only figures that can be your primary key, or can words yours be the primary key also?
Sorry,
Is it only numbers that can be used as primary key? Or can
only
names-
number? Not really. Yeah, it can be a alphabet as well.
Alphabet.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, in the future, park miles can be the same.
So mine is nature of this, it's changing over the time. If it does not change, let's assume, then compare the lengths. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. This is 4. So still this is winner. So in real situation, we usually artificially create to make it shorter. We usually use number because number can represent more and process faster. That's primary key. Now I will show you foreign key. Foreign key. Foreign keys definition is like this. Table field, which is used as a primary key in another table. So a field is used in other tables primary key, then that field is foreign key. So let me explain. There are truck table is primary key, right? Is truck number, sorry. Truck number is a primary key. Is truck number used in any other table? No. Then, okay, then now let's go to the base code. Is base code used in any other table? In the truck table, then truck table's base code is foreign key. So write F there. So base, let me explain. Base code is primary key, correct? Then is it used in other table?
Yes.
Where is it used? Base code here, right? Yeah, so in truck table, base code is now foreign key then. Foreign key's definition is this field is used in other tables primary key, then this is foreign key. So another way to find is where the primary key is used in other table, then that field is foreign key in that table.
Sorry, did you say these fields are used in other tables or this field?
This field, this field value is used as a other tables primary key, then this field is foreign key. Okay, now let's see type code. Yes.
Why is foreign key not
Why this is not foreign? This is
Yeah, but it has there are repeated numbers in the base code in the truck code, so it can't be a primary key.
why base question is that why base code is this base table is not primary foreign key?
Why?
Because foreign key, to be a foreign key, this field should be used as a other tables primary key. But other tables primary key is not base code. So that's the reason why this one cannot be a foreign key. Did I answer your question? Good question.
I
Yeah.
have a question.
Sure.
For the second table, for the base code, if we have the longer table in the future, that will have the duplication number, right? Because from the first table, they have the duplication. So if we make this.
No. Because this one is artificially created,
Yeah,
so it ensure no duplication.
yeah, but if we mapping with the track one, so 5.
That one is the
Yeah,
foreign
5
key. In case of foreign key, it is okay to get duplication.
Yeah, after mapping these two tables, and we will have the 502, have the two different
Yeah,
fields.
yeah, that's okay.
Right?
That's okay.
Okay.
So now let's go to the third table. Type code is primary key, right? Is type code used in other table?
Yes.
Which table?
From
Truck tables type code. So this truck tables type code is foreign key. Because this type code is used in the other tables primary key as well. Does it make sense to you? So if you search 3 primary key, then there is a no more foreign key. In other words, truck table has 2 foreign key, base has no foreign key, type has no foreign key.
Please, can you slide report, maybe that would explain and.
yeah, before you should go. Yeah, the ABC is foreign key. That's
Is it okay?
这个为 foreign 的给的话，看也是吧？他这边是点的35，然后这边的是，然后这个一的话会对应这边所有的，然后它这边就变成32，然后这边一起，但是这边是比较新的，然后那边的这个不自己。
Is it okay? Okay. Thank you. Good. So what's the difference between actually database is similar to spreadsheet, but they are linked together using primary key and foreign key relationship. There are two tables. If you turn the page, two tables. So one is the department table, which include departmental information. The other one is employee table. Can you identify primary key first? Then identify foreign key.
Should be the DID.
And compare your result with your neighbors to discuss it. Yeah, same as this. But this one, the line is. Yeah, your handout does not show this line, so make a line. So actually, first table has 3 fields, second table has 6 fields.
What is this L?
Last name. L name is last name. Next name is. Yeah, find the frequency and primary first identify and then make the identifier.
There is no repetition here. In this table, we just try to one time.
You may field name. In the example, it's always same, but in real case, it can be different because you will designate this heading of the column. Okay, shall we do it together? Let's check. How about department table? Department table. The ID can be a primary key. There is a no duplication. Name, department name also can be a primary key because there is a no duplication. Location also there is a no duplication. So all 3 fields pass the first condition. Let's apply second condition. Second condition, value should not change over the time. Location can change every year, right? Office always, so, and yeah, name also can change, yeah, in the future. So first of all, location is now. Department name, let's assume they are not quite stable over the several years. Then third condition is shorter one is better. Then which one is shorter? Department ID. So this is primary key. And second table, employee table, which EID, yeah, it can be a primary key, no duplication. Last name. There is no duplication here, but imagine, use your common sense. Last name. Do you know my last name? Kim. Do you know how many Kim in Korean? Many, right? In Korea, over 10 million people's last name is Kim. So you can tell me I am from very energetic family. So we know there are duplication in last name, so this is not good. First name as well, right? There are Olu 1 and Olu 2. Did I give you one chocolate point? Yeah. Yeah, you got chocolate. You got chocolate. Not chocolate point. Okay, so last name, first name is not good. Down, let's go to the hours. Hours duplication. Also, our working hour is changing every week, so it's not good. Rate also change every year. If you work hard, you will get raise. And DID has a duplication, so only EID is primary key. Once you identify primary key, then check whether this primary key is used in other table. DID is used in other table here, right? So then this one is foreign key. Foreign key is if this field is used in the other table's primary key, then this is foreign. But easy way is start from primary. Is EID used as a other field? No. So there is a no more foreign key. Is it okay? Not okay? Okay. Yeah. So let me test whether you understand this.
Yes.
Can you find Alex Irving? Alex Irving?
Yeah.
Do you know what department Alex Irving is working for?
Finance.
Wow, genius. How did you know that?
Because
You
I do.
okay? So then, okay, so Alex Irving, and you got this value, department value, and visit to another table and read this one and get the finance, correct? Yeah. You don't understand. So then how about kill your date type? Oh. I found this your sample and my sample is different. Yeah. Alex, there is no Alex Irving here, so this is not the one. Let me check. Okay, let me download. So maybe supplementary material.
Department item is I told
All right. You have this example. Sorry. You guys are genius. So can you find Alex Baxter?
Is in MIS.
Oh yeah, you guys are really genius. And Alex Baxter is working in a very good department, right? So you got 4 and go to another table and get the 4 and MIS. How about Smith accounting? How about Louis? Finance. Right. Database also read data like what you did exactly. So they get this foreign key value, visit another table and retrieve the data. So now you have. Now let's see, there is a 3 table. Identify primary key and foreign key if there is any. Customer name, customer number. There are 3 tables: customer table, book table, purchase table. Purchase table is 1, 2, 3, 4 field. Order number, customer number, book code, date. So each table find the primary key, then find the foreign key.
So we can don't see besides one.
All your MBA like.
Okay, let's do it together. So the customer table, there are 2: customer number and name. Which one is primary key? Customer number. Customer name can be duplicate. In case of book table, book code, as you see, most cases it's artificially created and usually position the first field in the customer. And how about purchase table? Order number is primary key. Once you identify primary key, then it's easy to find the foreign key. So is customer number used in other table? Yes, here, right? So this is foreign key of the purchase table. Is book code used in other table? Yes. here, this is foreign key. Is it order number used in other table? No. Then there are no more foreign keys. So purchase table has 2 foreign key. Other table do not have foreign key.
How will the question be coming in midterm professor for this?
I cannot remember. So. Yeah, this kind of table and whether you can find answer like customer Polos. What title of book did Polos purchase?
Okay.
The question is Polos book title that Polos purchase.
Okay. There are 2 books actually.
So once Polos purchased, you got this 100 and go to the customer number in the purchase table. This is foreign key. And 100, there are 2. So you got this. And go here. So answer is blazing sun and bright star. Yeah, that's one possible question. So this is primary foreign key. Let's do another one. There are 2 tables, department table and the other one is employee table. Can you identify primary key and foreign key? And compare your results with your neighbor student. And let me check, if you are done, show me green button. If you are done, show me green button. If you go to the right reaction, where is the reaction? If you go to the reaction, there is a green button and red button. So show me green button this time. Seven students finished. Show me green button if you are done. Yes. So show me green button. Yeah. If you go to the Zoom and go to the reaction, there is a button. Yes or no, right? Good. So 18 people, 19 students finished. Okay. Let me check. Adebayo, do you need help? No. Show me green button. And Chinese, Hugo, Where is Chinese? Oh, restaurant. Okay. Button is if you go to the meeting control and there is a reaction. If you go to the reaction, there is a, you can see the green button. Actually, it is used for yes or no, but I'm using just color, green or red. Chinese is in the washroom, then Gladys, do you need more time? Okay, you're done. And Nagendra, Nagendra, different ID. And Anne, okay, or need more time, or need help? Mary is okay. Munaf, Munafab, Munafab there?
Yes, yes, I'm okay.
Yeah, show me green button. Yes. Samuel, Samuel. Do you need more time? We are done, then show me green button. You showed me green button. Olu Soji. Yes, true. Okay, great. So now we will have a rest break around 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So if you want to go watch it, go and come back. Now, this is database. So let me read the database. Henry Angus. What department Henry Angus work for? Henry Angus. Marketing. Great. Then how about Alex Irving? Alex Irving. Alex Irving is working at very good department, right? I like him. So this is database. Database is linked with the primary key and foreign key. Can you make it a spreadsheet file? Like, let's add the department information in the backs this side. So number 3, Tom Buckley is 3. So accounting, write accounting here, and accounting location, kind of thing. You can do that, right? To show same information. So let's make it as a spreadsheet file. So now, the next part, can you see, is it there? Yes. So now Tom has accounting and phone number, kind of thing. You can show same information using Microsoft Excel and database. But if you, in the outset, I told you, if you use spreadsheet, the storing data will create many inefficiencies. So I will explain 3 inefficiencies. This one, note takers, make a stomach because this will appear in your exam. Exam question is explain 3 anomaly. Anomaly is inefficiency. Using this example, I will explain the answer first. So in the going to the next page, you can see not this one. This is the sheet, and our lecture slide shows you 3 anomalies.
Associated with that table, right? For the previous table.
Yeah, with this. So explain 3 anomaly using this spreadsheet data. That's the exam question. Of course, I will change this spreadsheet content. So to check whether you understand, but using, let's practice one. First one is deletion anomaly. Deletion anomaly. Deletion anomalies. Let's assume Alex Irving. Can you see Alex Irving?
Yes.
Quit the job. Alex Irving quit the job. Then you will delete this employee number 11. Correct?
Yeah.
If you delete this 11 record, you are also deleting MIS departmental information as well.
Yes.
If deletion anomaly happens, if you delete last employee in that department, then you are losing that departmental information as well. That's inefficiency using Microsoft Excel. That's the first one. And second one is insertion anomaly. Insertion anomaly scenario is new department, like HR department was created, but you have not hired any employee for that department. Then you cannot show this one in this spreadsheet because there is no employee. Yeah. Of course, you can make here without employee, make data, but then that's very cumbersome and there are a lot of empty cell thing happens. So that's called deletion, insertion inefficiency or insertion anomaly.
Deletion, no.
Yeah, if you go to the, yeah, second one is insertion anomaly. Last one is update anomaly. Update anomaly. Anomaly means inefficiency. Yeah, yeah. So accounting phone number has been changing. Accounting phone number has been changing. So how many times do you have to change? 3 times, right? So accounting phone number is here, here, here. So you have to change 3 times. Or if you make generic change, that sometimes it destroy all the data. So that's the inefficiency. The small data, it looks very trivial, but it is very big data. It creates more inefficiency. Yes.
Sorry, are you saying that people know about my stage
Of the accounting phone number. Accounting department phone number has been changed. Then you have to change it 3 times. So that's the 3 anomaly, 3 inefficiencies. Now let's go back, apply this scenario with the database. First scenario was Alex Irving quit the job. Then you delete this record. Still you can see there is MIS information there. Meaning is even you delete last employee of that department, you can still keep the departmental information. That's the deletion anomaly. And the other one is insertion anomaly. Yes.
You are not supposed to delete, right?
Or which one? Because
Not supposed to be done.
no, deletion anomaly means if you delete this employee, then in the previous example, in the Excel part, Excel example, if you delete Alex Irving quit the job, then you will delete this employee record, right? then you are losing this MIS information as well. Because this person is the last employee of that department.
Okay. So deletion should not be done. Is that it?
No, if you delete, then you are losing this information. That's the inefficient and inconvenient. That's the deletion anomaly.
The department data as well when they are deleting the employee. So that is the inefficiency over there. They are losing the department data.
And second one is insertion anomaly. Insertion anomaly case, you create HR department. You have not hired any employee yet. Can you show that information? Here, yes. So you just add date, just department 5 and HR. Meaning is if without employee, you can add departmental information, new department information. That's the, so there is no insertion anomaly happen in database. And third anomaly inefficiency was updating phone number. So let's assume accounting phone number has been changed. How many times do you have to change? Once, right? So there is no update anomaly happens. So practice, and of course I will change, like I will change this one, like Dongmin came, and so you have to identify the example. So deleting last employee of department, then deletion anomaly happen. And if you create new department without employee, then insertion anomaly happens. And there are many employee, then you change the phone number of that department, update anomaly.
We did not, did you ask the definitions as well or just the examples over here?
Good question, but I will not answer your question.
The definition also, right?
Hey,
As we-
I will give this one and explain three anomaly using this example.
Okay. Thank you.
So you will not give us the relational database, right? The first database you will not
No,
give
I
us.
will give
Only
you a
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet,
Okay,
but I will change the content.
okay, and we don't need to provide the solutions, right?
You have to explain what is the.
Just say,
This anomaly, this we need to explain.
Yeah, you explain is like this one. So there are three anomaly, and it happens because then you have to explain. Yeah. Alexa being quit the job, then you will lose MIS department.
Yes.
Like this way. So maybe I will change it MI instead of MIS. Maybe I will change it to marketing. Then you have to see the spreadsheet and explain marketing.
So we need to study the definitions as well.
Yeah. That's about relational database, and we will spend about 10 more minutes, then we will take a break. So-
Is there from Is there? We have today.
Knockout, I don't have time here. I will finish this one and do the Tableau, but next class we will have
On this side.
for about this part, yes. Because that's part of exam. And so now that's the about relational database. So relational database is similar to spreadsheet, but it has a link. So multiple table can be linked. So it's more versatile.
Sir, if two persons are handling data of same department, even then,
Yes.
then normally will happen for deletion.
Database is designed to use multiple people access concurrently. So it ensures integrity. So there is a blocking mechanism. One people update this part of record, that record is old, so other program cannot corrupt it. But in case of Excel, many people use the same worksheet. Sometimes it destroy. Now let's go to the design the database. Design the database. It's kind of information system. So here is the step. First, you collect the user requirement, and based on user requirement, you collect over there. Do you have question? Do you have question over there? If you keep making noise, then I will give you minus point.
Minus 2 point.
Minus.
Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about you and your next student. Yes. Do you have question? No. Okay, so first collect the user requirement and convert it to conceptual model. Then make it logical design. That's what you are going to do today. This first step is called conceptual modeling. Second part is called logical modeling. And next part is after making logical model, you will make a physical design. This one is usually end user will not do that. So I will focus on first two. So what is the conceptual model? Conceptual model, I will explain it. Conceptual model. Before doing that, first thing you need to do, let's assume you are making a database for accounting department. Then first thing you need to do is go visit accounting department and meet the accounting staff and ask this question: what data do you need? What data do you need to do work? Sometimes they can tell you, I need this data. Sometimes they have no idea. But I don't understand what you are talking about. Then ask them, show your report to your manager. Then if you see the report, then you will see what data they need to do the work. And once you collect all this data, then you have to convert it to conceptual model. So what is the conceptual model? Here, conceptual means abstract level or high level. Model means representation of real world. So if you combine these two, is abstract level representation of real world. Let me give you an example. Let's say it's walking to the Hilton Hotel Uptown. If you want to go to the Hilton Hotel Uptown, what information do you need from real world? Direction, road name, and if there is a cross, whether you need to left turn or right turn, that kind of direction. Do you need an information about restaurant to go to the Hilton Hotel? Do you need any good workshop or good coffee shop information? No. Nice to have, but it's not necessary. So to go to the Hilton Hotel, for that purpose, we only need certain information from real world. So this conceptual model also same. So hide all the real world information, but extract real world information necessary for my purpose. That's the conceptual model. Meaning, extract real world information to design database. Our purpose is design database and hide all the other detail. You might wonder, why do we need conceptual model, right? There is a two-step approach. User requirement, collect user requirement, then conceptual model, then change it to logical database. Why do we need two steps? Why don't you just skip this conceptual model? Yeah, this is exam question, so note takers make a stomach, big stomach. So why do we need conceptual model? Why don't you here is the answer? Here is the answer. And to explain this one, I need one volunteer anybody who can speak language which your classmates do not understand. What language?
I think they would understand.
Yeah, they would understand. Russian? You understand Russian? Do you understand Russian? Nobody?
So no one can marry with you though.
Okay, what language do you speak? Arabic? There are many Arabic. How about speak up? Nobody. Anybody understand
And
English?
you can speak Korean. And no one can speak Korean.
Oh, what is your name, sir?
我假装想到的。
It's dog. Okay, can you say something to our classmates in Russia?
Say something nice. Russia.
Сегодня вы пообедали?
Oh, you don't know Bengali?
Is that correct?
Can you translate in English, please?
What you have in lunch?
Are you sure?
Okay, I want to what is my language? Togo. Are you from Africa, Togo?
No, not from Africa.
So can you say something to your classmates?
Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Yeah, to tell you.
Same to you.
You said, how are you?
No.
That's French.
So can you speak a little longer conversation?
Bad enough.
Longer.
Longer.
Somewhere longer.
No, I know short now.
He doesn't really talk.
So can you guess what he said?
How are you?
Can you repeat?
Ça va? Where are you going?
Come and eat.
Oh, so what?
Then look at you.
So you use as translate. So what, can you speak in English again? What?
Bad enough.
Come up and see.
To tell you what is wrong with you.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. So you got answer the point.
Speaking Korean.
Okay. So, as you see, this two students speak unique language and nobody understood. This thing happened in this kind of development process. When you visit IT group, visit accounting department, they have very hard time to understand what accounting step is talking about because accounting step use a lot of accounting jargon. But accounting step has same thing, right? They have hard time to understand IT groups talking about, right? Because they use a lot of technical terms. So there is a communication barrier. Basically, accounting department want to outsource to IT group, but they do not understand each other. What if accounting wants A, IT group understand it as a B? So we need some common language which both group understand. That is the conception.
So,
Then, yes,
so would it make it easier for IT to have someone in accounting who can help them interpret the accounting technology?
yeah, that's maybe helpful, right? So-called business analyst job is kind of thing, right? So, but you might wonder, how about English? English, everybody understand English, right? Why don't you use English as a conceptual model?
Just-
But English is not good for conceptual model. To be a good conceptual model, the interpretation should be single. If some language is interpreted in multiple ways, it's not good. For example, Napoleon is strong. What does this mean? If you know the European history, Napoleon is someone who hero conquered almost every territory of Europe. He is very short. but like me, I like liquor. Napoleon is cognac. Yeah, good brandy. Name of brandy. So same thing can interpret in two different ways. So it's not good. So to make a clear single interpretation, we use many graphical notation in conceptual model. So let's take break, 20 minutes break. Thank you for your attention.
Ten minutes. You can continue, we still have 10 minutes.
This is around 8, right?
8, 9, 8, 10. It's all right.
Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, they waited 2 hours.
बाद में चले जाना और सर वो इतना तकरीबन किया
For the conceptual model
Yeah. So to be a good conceptual model, we provide only single unit. So I will explain this one a little bit later. Oh, this one. And exam question is, why do we need conceptual model? Why don't we just convert from user view directly to logical database design? Then answer is this.
我要学，好贵。然后那个然当时点奶茶的时候，然就讲说要学给对方给做那个后面知识，要自己做，这太贵了，这奶茶。我本来也是人病的，知道吗？ 哦，因为我本来其实我本来想跟你们单飞的，因为我本来以为人家会同学，我以为会同学嘛，然后后来跟你老师说，我就。 那边买的话，我觉得是得在这个我其实我那里拿的
Yeah.
That's view by user.
Yes. Yeah. User by themselves have to confirm whether this is what they want.
Used by.
Yeah, accurate whether this user view, user's requirement 1 to 3 is accurate.
我弟妈是一个超好，然后还有一个就是大众的东西就是你在别人说我们那个就是大众或者钱，在这里。哎，所以我不法就是超越，超过我认知的错误，所以呢，而且，真的我。呀，别主要然后我就觉得是。还有特斯拉也是，特斯拉。我都没做，我都没做，我的那个朋友他们因为我们是历史一个，然后我的英国的，那不会都有看人家，所以他们也会觉得也是要被做的。上海好远点，我说等别人的时候，那车没有我觉得结尾因为我妈说保回应成功就便宜100万。我说阿姨，我说去上海之前，我租了个房啊，那地址在我家门口，那你可以是吧？我不用开全年费。对，他就那我在上海或者在入市，人家不多，没有自己做梦全自己是的。可以，现在可以这么，所以我就想，然后我就跟他讲，哎，你看我在上海都不用开车。
Oh, hi. What's that one? No, no,
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
This second part, is it an addition to those links you sent?
Which one is 7? The emerging technology. And this is 1 emerging technology. Second is high state variability. Increase switching cost is 3rd. Fourth is increase entry value. And it is CRM. 6 is the ERP. 7 is supply chain.
Okay. So is this part of the other Western society that was
No, but this essay question.
Okay.
Essay question is like, where should we apply technology given we have limited budget? So list 7 area. We have to list this 7 area. Based on this is 1. So emerging technology is 1. But I hope you answer this way. 3 aspects. First, 1 aspect is emerging technology. And in that area, we found emerging technology has big impact. So you have to do. So yeah, there are big 1, big 2, big 3. 2-1, 2- high added value, 2-1. Yes, 2-1. 2-1. No, 3 is this.
Okay. Which one is on that?
Under the blue.
2.1.
Yes.
2.1.
2.2. 2.2. 2.3. Yes.
在。那我在跟我弄的朋友才放的。对啊。
3-1 CRM. ERP is
Much of the points.
Yeah.
因为我每天基本上啊，不会啊，我从第一超级害怕开始，2件事啊，就是
3.2 is ERP. Supply chain. Yeah, this is 7 and explain each one with a problem or benefit.
7 areas of IT applications with the problems and benefits, right?
Yes.
With issues and benefits.
Yes, yes.
For those of us who did the authoring that brought in the guest speakers, do we need to upload anything for the additional chocolate points or you already?
Whenever you welcome to 1 chocolate point.
So do we upload any document or you already know? I didn't upload.
Upload it
Upload it, okay, and then
every time when you
every time we do it.
1 chocolate point.
Okay, I did.
Good.
So I'll do it for the last one.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and then I'll do it for the next one as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
我说你发现现在做个5、6分，你真的不要看了呀。我真的，我就今天也要看你。就可能就在给你们电话，结果你也没给我打电话。一个邮件发这个。对，你给我打。事情了，就是我也不是每天都在处理这种事情。你是属于前端的，你是属于那种技术上面的东西。你就比方说像我给他打的，不是我也没有让他也能把后话平台给我改了，就不能给我改成不要 reference 了。我也没指望他给我做这个，我只是说，那你看那个 HR 也不懂啊，你看他每天就是他主要用的就是页面，他都不知道怎么弄，他也不知道建议我，对，因为不知道怎么弄啊。所以他没办法建议你，但是我觉得你一下你就能知道那些我的传这个什么，你就能看到你的技术，你的技术这方面能占了32%，更多的是就是灵活的。其实你这个问题，其实我们使用大从我可以感受。他为什么我这边的两个因为我想上的是我现在上的是财富吗？看你是来一个我消费价的事儿吗？为什么到时候不知道啊？然后那个时候你知道是该怎么弄对吧？你就写个东西，就说你今天太紧张了。 对，因为你不了解文化，然后你在意这个东西，然后导致你就是有一点点的，就是可能我也悟了，这是后面做口号的人，都是多听的时候。老草我我专注不了，我完全听一种这个排行榜，还没有几周，这个前面是一个对话，一段对话，三个部分，单题都是对话。先是就是平常的生活中对话，然后公路对话，然后三个对话，然后都是选择题，然后下面是念词，然后念词对话。那个3个人的那种会，然后最后一个人后面的那个，就放回就这样了，对，哦，都是。我知道他考点就不知道，所以你要把它直接清楚。然后他没很多，因为你要把它输入对，知道他在讲细节是细节的话，对呀，上面
I like the pizza, healthy one.
过来。然后等回来文案上面写说今天他们的主题讨论什么，完全就不知道他们在讨论什么。就我没办法把这些说好人。对话里的是，那 news 也是，那 news 也是太夸张了。就是比方说他们会讲说哦，在 BC 省今天那个温蒂和他爸爸在开车。然后他们撞死了一头车，但是温蒂这个野生气球，所以他把他们撞死的这个眼睛，然后他们撞死眼睛是为了他们走一个路，眼睛的秘密不是这样吗？然后5个前后又过去了。演技，演技就该死，演技就该死。好吧，就是我感觉可能想法不是吗？那你这次的有根本就是然后我在写作文，然后他特别主要是，开始写作文，写就不知道写在我对，就是因为我也会走，他不用就上来，是那是我们去说推体，对方在讲，然后并且那个内容是我想了解的，我会立即关闭我的听觉，我在面试的时候都这样， 特别是说那个年轻人，最后最后一个在讲的时候，又经常水平背我有就说哦，你怎么样啊？你说会讲这个你说我根本不听啊。对我确实得看。哎，刚好有的地方没有讲好吧？哎，我特别是想着我因为好他们，我之前在上海有的时候会跟一些人聊天，然后当时关系还算蛮好的，但是没有那么和风格那么强的关系。我会跟一些人聊，然后如果说遇到那种没有意思的人，然后也跟我一样很爱表达的人，我就完全没有办法跟他聊，因为就是完全走神。啊，对，就我这样对人家讲，你在说什么？就是也跟我说你根本没有听我在说什么，对吗？还是自己不给人家感觉应该很懂，是吧？就是发生在上面，就他跟我说，他不是那个事，你知道吗？因为我觉得那个事情，就我脑子里就已经。没有我这个也不用从一个例子我的话，跟我讲发展的话，但是我是当前，不了解，完全不了解他，会，我以为会拉回你吧，我已经重新给他了，对吧？他会给你，他会说，哎，我刚才说那句，他也就过了，他也就过了，就是你没有听我在说什么，然后他也就过了。我对生活就是特非常会发热，就很尴尬，你知道吗？我就，然后有一次还被一个女生误解成我，就是我听不懂她在说什么。然后我想说，哎，你们怎么样了？是因为你们没有学学样吧？然后我也不懂。对，我可以能感受到其他人的感觉，但是不会表达，就是哎，我以前在工作上面特别搞笑，我经常会转别人反驳，然后我就说，我没有在跟你吵架，就我的表现，这两边没有在跟你吵架，非常早就已经就是完全没有耐心了，我就已经没有后悔了，我觉得不是你不说，我觉得你就是你把。反正每次都很没有耐心，我就说出来了。然后但是反正他每次都能够平静的再去使用。我真的很想的是，任何人才会这样的。我就会这样子觉得，这样国家条件。 后的一天11点吧，research 的那个。我当时你想不想就那个目录啊，怎么办？很耐心了，太资料不带法。我当时我想想怎么那样的。你比我知道好太多，我是完全的，我而且我对女生还好，你会发现我对女生还好，我对男生，我对人类，我是所有的每一个年龄，我都好。谢，这里不喜欢这种耐心的，喜欢笑，太有耐心了。但我对女生对女生就会很然后也很耐心。就不论你交往对，这样突然有身上的我的想法，就是你们想等回答，我有点我不会很好的去跟他，我不会跟女生闹。哦，因为男生就特别的。喜欢这样的呀，不喜欢温柔的呀，不喜欢这种其实很女软的。
So let's start.
What doing again?
I have such a fly. Okay, have a seat, please. The question is whether why do we need conceptual model? Why do we need conceptual model? First answer is we need common language between end user department and IT department. Second reason is basically it's outsourcing. Accounting department outsourcing some work. So at some point, accounting department confirm this is what I want. But when each user's requirements might be incorrect. Some accounting staff do not know their accounting process very well, sometimes misunderstood. So by combining these all user requirements in one conceptual model, then you can find inconsistency and also let end user confirm this is what I want. So freeze the requirements. To do that, we need conception. So end user can tell this is what they have to tell accounting department, this is what I want from IT department. That's second reason. And third reason is logical independence. But if you use these first two, that's good enough. But third reason is logical independence. Logical independence means with the same conceptual model, same conceptual model. You can change the conceptual model to hierarchical database design or relational database design, object-oriented database design. So if you change your database type from hierarchical to relational, you don't have to go back to accounting department. You just go back to conceptual model and convert it.
That is, each department can change to anyone they want to use.
The database type is changed, then you can start from conceptual model rather than end user account. So logical independence means this concept from one conceptual model you can generate to relational database design or object-oriented design kind of thing. Allow recording.
I lost my connection.
Yeah. So if you have this question, you have to answer these three.
And explain.
Hmm?
Would that be a?
And also you have to explain a little bit, right? Hmm?
If we list it like this, that's not just the people.
Yes. Yeah. Memorize it then. Yeah. So process is again, first step is conceptual model. And second step is logical modeling. So we will do today this one. And conceptual modeling method is, there are many, but we will use entity relationship diagram. Entity relationship diagram. And the converting to logical database design, also we will focus on just relational database design. So let's go to the entity relationship diagram, or we call it ER diagram. So in the ER diagram, from user requirements, you have to identify four things. First thing is entity. Entity is used to use rectangular or square, and then entity name. And then identify relationship. Relationship is representative with diamond symbol, and draw connection with entity and name. And attribute is using oval, this round bubble, and give attribute name and connect to the corresponding entity. Cardinality, you can use this vertical bar, and if there is a many, you use this greater than or less than symbol. So we use this graphical notation in ER diagram. So if you use, you must use square instead of oval. You must use oval instead of square. So if you mix up, that is incorrect, because that's the rule, and that gives you a single interpretation. I'll explain one by one. So first one is, once you collect data, collect user requirements, then first thing is identify entity. Entity means a person, place, event, thing for which you intend to collect data. The key thing is this one. Anything you wanna plan to collect data, that is the entity. For example, in the university, there are many candidates. Student can be an entity, professor, course, class, department, anything can be an entity. Then what's the criteria, whether it is entity or not? User requirements said they want to collect data about students, then students become an entity. If your user requirements wrote it does not mention about they want to collect data about professor, then professor is not an entity. Key criteria is intent to collect data, whether you plan to collect data. Entity is a group name. So another way to call it entity class, entity set, entity type. For example, student is entity, then it's group name. Then what we call individual student, like you, we call it entity instance. One occurrence of an entity class. I am a entity instance of professor. You are entity instance of student. Once you identify entity, then you have to identify attribute. Attribute is characteristic of entity. For example, we identify student as an entity, then students may have many characteristics like student number, name, GPA, date of birth, phone number. This characteristic is called attribute. But there are so many characteristics of students, right? Which one is the attribute? Same rule applies. Whether you want to collect data about certain characteristic, then that can be attribute. For example, you want to collect student number as an attribute, then it become an attribute. You have no plan to collect date of birth, then date of birth is not an attribute. Okay. So condition is whether you intend to collect data. And one more thing is if one attribute is used as a primary key. Do you have a question? Okay. If one attribute is used as primary key, use continuous underline under that field to show that is the entity, a primary key. So we just talk about two things. For example, in the ER diagram, first two entities. Let's assume teacher and student are entity. Then teacher has two attributes, ID and name. Then you will see the attribute is using this bubble or round shape. And attribute is the square shape. And also you will see which one is primary key. You can tell because it's underlined. ID and SNOM is the primary key. So we identify two things and let's identify two more. Relationship. So identify from accounting's requirements, identify entity and attribute. Then next thing is relationship. Relationship is association between two entities. And just describe the relationship using verb, not noun. If you use noun, it gives multiple interpretation. Speaking of multiple interpretation, yeah, I can give you example. So yeah, there is a relationship. There is a like husband. Let me say husband and wife. There are two entities. And then if there is a relationship, they connect this one and make a diamond symbol. This is diamond symbol and write relationship between two entities. What's the relationship? Using verb, right? Husband, love wife. Husband like wife. Husband admire wife. husband is scared of wife. So if you, yeah, this is quite flexible relationship. Teacher, teach students, teacher, give learning to students. So it's very flexible. Yeah, give chocolate point, yeah, chocolate. But it should be verb instead of noun. If you use noun, 2 months later, if you see it has multiple interpretation. Last one is cardinality. Cardinality is, read this one. This is the definition. I read this definition 100 times, but I was not able to understand what it means. So I decided to teach you by examples. So anyway, if it is one, we use this vertical bar symbol. If it is many, then we will use this increased branch. Like if there is this relationship, increased branch 2 more. If this is the left side, then increase branch this way. This is many side. So let me give you example. Example exercise is, I think next page. So in case of remote students, you need to download 4-3, I think. 4-3, yes. So let's assume there is a 2 entity. Pay attention, this part is most confusing part. Cardinality. So there is a 2 entity, mom and child. Mom and child. And mom has child. Then to identify cardinality, let's start from left side. Ask this question. For one mom, how many child can be related?
Many.
So mom can have 0 child, 1, 2, 3. So possibly many child. Then we write this many sign. So let me this make a branch more and tell this is many. So this means for one mom, there are many child. Now change your anchor to the right side. And from children's point of view, from one child's point of view, how many mom can be related? For one child, and this is natural mom.
Okay, one
For one child can have only one natural. Stepmom is not natural. So then this, you using this vertical bar, that means this is 1. So let me repeat, to identify cardinality, you have to have 2 steps. First step, go to the left side, and for one mom, how many children can be related? Possibly many. So you make this many sign, and then many sign, then go back to the right side, and for one child, how many children can be related? Only 1. So this is 1 and the other one is the many. So we call it one-to-many relationship. So let's do one more time. House and wife and husband. Let me. You can put wife, or you can put husband first. It's up to you. Wife. Yeah, in my case, otherwise I will. I will be in trouble, so I put my husband later. And then first relationship is, what's the relationship? Wife love husband, or wife has husband. Well, whatever, but it should be verb. So we just add the entity and relationship. In this exercise, we omit the attribute to practice cardinality. Now let's practice cardinality. Let's go to the left side. For one wife, how many husbands can be related? I know in this case, it's important. Do not use your common sense. always ask to accounting department, because this is end user requirement. So you have to go back to user requirement, and what accounting said is the answer. That's very important. Many IT programmers ignore this principle, just make their common sense and make the things, then it ruin all the project, right? So here, if you go back to their requirement, it says one husband has only one wife, vice versa. Vice versa means one wife has only one husband. So let's do that. For one, from left side, ask this question. For one wife, how many husbands can be related? Only one. So I will change the color. So we make vertical bar. And now let's change the right side. For one husband, how many wives can be related? Only one. So one. And we call this is one-to-one. So now continue. Customer and order, and there are several exercises. And once you complete, compare your result with your neighbor student. And if you complete, also show me red button this time so that I can tell how many of you completed. And also submit this, take a photo of your output and submit to the D12. No choco point. Good try. There are a few chocolate left, so if you feel, come and pick. There is a I think that start with April 14th. Yeah, April 14th, cardinality practice 1 page.
You just completed only 2, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1 page.
No, you don't.
Yeah, complete.
Yeah.
然后每个机票再对应一个 specific order，就是它可能那可以给你，有一个是这个是不是大的 order，然后它的话是有一个动作对吧？然后就是可能有3个一票3，然后每个一票就针对一个 specific order，那个 specific order。然后牛肉要辣，猪腰子不要辣，韭菜拌肉。好的，你早会那个老师的话，是不是就是这个？哦，就是。要来，没有你画完了给我就好啊！我画完了，你还来得及画？我来得及画。If they do, can have a million.
If they
Oh, they say that.
Gordon has many.
The last one, Professor.
How many of the budget?
There's another one.
Yeah, once you. I was a little bit late.
Has already given. Yeah, one employee can have only one title, but the title can have many others.
Yes.
If I am the company, I can have. Change it, so we can change, I can. Yeah. Wait, so. That on this many. It's about.
I didn't ask for this.
Number five. Number five.
Employee has only one. So here. Oh, no, employee has only one time. It's tied to it. Yeah, that's okay. Club can, yeah, club has. No. You need to have. I'm using very old. Follow that. IT, some sort of agency.
I got April 14 cardinal. Very helpful. Very helpful. Very helpful.
This means what?
This for this one or this for this.
This for this.
Only one. This only can this customer can use, right?
This
This order only.
Customer place order. Customer can place many orders.
Yeah, but this order only belongs
Belongs
to.
to only one.
Oh, okay.
Customer place many orders. And each order belongs to one customer. Join many clubs. Each club can have many. Yeah, here. Club have many. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is, employees can have one title.
Yes.
One title belongs to many of them.
Right.
Why can we have many titles?
No, always go back to assumption and user requirement. Don't use your comments. Order and order. If you see the order sheet, there is a upper part is customer name, address, then each product. With product and quantity, that part is order detail line. So each order has many order detail line, but each line belongs to one order.
Many details, other details.
Yes, many detail line, and each detail line belongs to one order.
Where do we want?
In this submission folder. Yeah, take April 14th and cardinality one page. I will show you.
Go down. I say 14. Go back.
Here. Name is
This one.
okay. So now let's do one more time. This time, let me clear this part. The last one is employee and title. So you can put title first or employee first. Either one is okay. Let me put employee first and title. And employee has title. For one employee, how many titles can be related? Only one, because the requirement said that. And then now change your anchor to the right side. For each title, how many employee related? A lot, so many. So this is the answer. So now you understand what is the cardinality, right? So now let's, okay, go ahead. Yeah, green one. Now let's go to the next page. There is a example one. So this time identify all four. Four means entity, attribute, relationship, and cardinality. Which one?
The slide on the attribute. Yeah. Then the one on entity. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So so identify entity. Example 1. So let's identify entity first. Which one is the entity? Director is not entity because it does not say they want to collect data about director.
Preschool.
Preschool, no. But they want to keep track of doctor, so doctor become an entity. And also they want to keep track of child, so child become an entity. So although they describe it, if they do not say they want to collect data about that things, then it's not entity. So doctor and child is entity.
Professor, it says for children. Can we take that children as the?
You can use entity. It's already group name, so you can use child or children. It's up to you. So either one is okay. So here, doctor and child. Doctor treats child or has child. Just verb is okay. And doctor has some attribute. Doctor has a ID. This should be bubble. And it should be underlined because it's primary key. And the name. And telephone number. In case of child, student number, I think it's the primary key. Student number. It's primary key, so you have to underline. And name. Age. So we just had entity, relationship, and attribute. Now let's add cardinality. For one doctor, how many child can be related? One doctor, so it's many. Now let's change the anchor. For one child, how many doctor can be related? So don't try to use your common sense. Just strictly read the user requirement. It says each student will have only one doctor, so it becomes one. So yeah. Again, take a photo of this part and upload it to the submission folder. April 14th, example 1. As your attendance.
Would this be come in the exam, professor, in this way?
If this kind of discretion is given, then you are supposed to draw ER diagram and later convert it to table design. we will discuss table design now. Oh, yes.
The student.
So this is very strict. You have to use bubble. If you use here scale, it's incorrect. If you just write students without any bubble, it's incorrect. You have to use this underline whenever it is primary key. If you do not have underline, it's incorrect.
And we should use the attributes, we should use the cycle, right?
Yes. And it should be square. If you use instead of square, use the bubble, it's incorrect. If you have to use diamond symbol in for relationship, if not, incorrect. So now let's move on to next step. Once you complete this conceptual model, now let's change it to logical database design. The logical database design is actually mechanical. So you have rule. So apply this rule and memorize this rule and practice this rule. You have this, if you turn the page, there is a practice question. Oh, you wanna go? Okay. Now let's show you how to show table design, notation of table design. Pay attention to, if there is a table like department table, then design is first write table name like department. Do it together, department. You first write table name and open the parentheses and write the field name. First one is DID. And comma. Yeah, if you turn the page, I think that's, yeah, page 6, page 6. So DID, and you can trying to write right so that you can understand. So then next one is name. Comma, The other one is location. So list all the field name or column heading, number of employee, and phone. So you can, and also if it is primary key, use continuous underline, continuous line with underline. And now let's do in department. Can you do together also? Department, employee, sorry. Employee, table name is employee. And open an EID. EID, last name, first name, comma, hours. So design means this, showing this all the headings and table name, rate, comma, DID. Now, here a few more steps. Let me make it red color to emphasize it. If it is primary key, you have used this underline with just continuous line. But if it is foreign key, dotted underline. DID is dotted underline. Dotted underline. And last step is match this foreign key to primary key. So using arrow starting from foreign to corresponding primary key. So this is corresponding this one. So using arrow key. So this is notation of table. I know some of you already know ER diagram. Industry use different, more sophisticated table shape notation. But please use this notation for this exam because my TA do not understand other notation at all.
This is recording is strong.
Why recording stop? Okay. To me, recording is going on, happening.
Already going on.
Maybe your laptop was frozen. Okay.
So in the exam, we'll be giving the table and asking us to write this.
No, the exam is like in the examples, the description. So you have to create a EI diagram and convert it this kind of table. Yes. So now we'll discuss how to convert tables. So this is notation. You are lost here. So design is this is table name, right table name. And then first field is DID, right? So write DID. Second field is name, right? So write name, comma, every field. Then if it is primary key, then use underline. And if it is foreign key, second part there is a foreign key, right? Then dotted underline. And use arrow starting from foreign to corresponding primary. This is table design notation. Okay. Now, Great. Good question. Now then let's see one by one, one-to-one case, one-to-one case. One-to-one case rule is, can you read the rule? Number one, each entity become a table. No, so if you turn the page, there is a rule, converting rule. You're same page, turn the page. One-to-one. So can you read it for me? Each entity become a table means entity A become a table. And entity B, there is a two entities. So entity become a table. So it become a table. Yeah. It's too slow, so I will type in. So first, entity A, table name is entity A. And second table name is entity B. That's the rule number one. Rule number two. Yeah, so entity A has two attributes, right? A key and A1. So it become an attribute in the table. So A key, comma A1. And entity B has two attributes, B key and B1. Okay, so that's rule number two. And can you read rule number three?
Put foreign key to either side.
Put foreign key either side. Let's put foreign key upper side. So here, foreign key is always other table's primary key. Other table's primary key. So if we put foreign key in upper side, then other table's primary key is B key. B key. That's what it means. But either side means you can put foreign key here. That's one solution. Another solution is I want to put it in the lower side, entity B. Then foreign key is always other table's primary key. So A key is inserted. Can you follow me? No. You lost. So number three. Rule number three. Put foreign key to upper side. Either side, right? Either.
Either side. How do you? Okay. Do you plan to add anything to the entity A?
Entity, so you can add foreign key to entity A or entity B. Yeah, in case of one-to-one size. So there is a two solution. So let's add to upper side. Then foreign key is other table's primary key. Other table is entity B. B key is primary key, right? So add B key in A.
So how do you know the B key is? That is the primary key. Is the.
It's because other table is primary key. Okay, so then close both of them, and now let's add the check whether so first one is primary key should be underlined, so A key should be underlined, B key should be underlined, and if it is foreign key, dotted underline. And also make an arrow B key to B key, because this foreign keys come from other tables primary key. So why don't you do exercise there is a 1-to-1, and in the lower part there is exercise. So you have two solutions in case of 1-to-1. So this time employee manage one department. Each department belongs to managed by one employee. So this is it looks like shows page 7. Right?
Yeah.
7. Yeah, inside of slide is 13 and 14. Bottom right corner says 7.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's put foreign key to employee side so that you can compare.
Location is the same meaning with the address here.
Hmm?
The address is same with the location here.
Location is like the department location.
Okay, so address is same with.
Not address, it's internal,
Okay.
like this with, we call it B01, A01, 220.
Yeah, because of for the foreign key, foreign key here.
Foreign key is, yeah, put to employee side. Let's put employee side. So foreign key is always other tables primary key.
Yeah.
So apply step, first step is to table and EID, name, address. No, just exercise. DPT ID, DPT name, location. This is second step 2. Third step is put foreign key either employee side or department side. Let's add to foreign key employee side. Then what should be inserted as a foreign key? Yes, because it's other tables primary key. Then this one, and let's make a show which one is the primary. So EID should be underlined, DPT underlined, dotted underline, and make an arrow to show this department IDs from department, I think. Previous one answer is here. You're welcome. So are you okay? Yes. Yeah, because this foreign key, I don't have it.
Primary key.
Yeah, one should be one.
Yeah.
So primary key. 所以用高的我把我爸我记得这个比较高，不也就是那么一点儿高吗？我们也听不到啊。That got.我用不了我那脸没那么那个，而且我妈对，还有一个事实就是，她就比较懒。哦，那我这脸，这一直就是因为脸哦。
Okay, let's move on to one too many.
Hello, Professor.
Yes.
Where are the steps that people are following for this? Like the way you're saying, the first step is to.
Oh, yeah, the rule.
The
Okay.
rules, yeah.
Rules are, let me show you. Yeah, the 4-6.
I see, thank you.
Yeah, download this part, then you can see the rule. Thank you for reminding me. You got 1 choco point.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's go to the next one. One too many. Can you read the rule for me? One too many. Each entity become an entity, a table. And next one is. Okay, so this is same as 1 to 1. So let's do entity A and A key, comma A1, and entity B, B key, B1. Now rule 3. Can you read rule 3? Put foreign key many side. This time not either. Just one is the many side. Which one is many? Yeah, entity B. How did you know that? Because this small branch, right? Yeah, so entity B has a foreign key. Foreign key is other table's primary key, right? Yeah. So what should be included? What the other table's primary key? A key is inserted here. Then let's make a line. Then primary key is A key and B key, so underline, and the foreign key is dotted on the line, and then make an arrow from foreign to primary. Okay, this is answer. This is very strict. So if you miss this underline or dotted underline, even arrow, you will lose the whole mark. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Professor.
That's because of your rules, so you have to practice again and again. Eliminate error. So there was some question from Russian friends. Do you have question?
If one to many,
Yes,
the forum attribute
yes. Okay, now let's move to many side, which is more complicated. So 1 to 1 and 1 to many is almost same rule. So if you remember 1 to many rule, you can apply just 1 to 1 as well. So now let's move on to many, which is quite more work you need to do.
So we are open book or closed book?
Close the book. Huh? Yeah, don't. I really hate that comment. You guys are MBA students. That's not logical justification. Look, I giving you cow keys because you can practice. I give you chocolate. Do they give chocolate, cow keys? No, right? But I tell you, what is the essay question? Do they give you the essay question? Yeah. So, because I give you question beforehand, so I need some tool to integrity. So that's the reason why I insist you install this lockdown browser. But I'm trying to helping you. Yeah, there is a quiz and there is an assignment. So repeat this one and memorize it, then you will get very high mark. At least you pass, right? Because I already give you 75% of the question. And those note takers, note taking which question appear in the exam. So you almost have 100%. Oh, no. So you have the conversion chart, right, in the syllabus. Okay, so now I need a little bit faster because I need at least check one chart of the Tableau. So many to many. So tell me the rule. Entity become a table. Pay attention, this is extremely important. You will see many questions for this part.
Oh, we should put the foreign.
So first rule is each entity become a table. So entity A become a table and entity B is the table. And rule number 2.
That's another table.
Yeah. What is the relationship? Diamond symbol, right? It become another table. So in case of many to many, 3 table. You have to make 3 table. Then rule number 3. Yeah, so entity A has 2 attributes. So let's make A key and A1. And R does not have any attributes. Entity B has attribute B key, comma B1. And A key. Now rule 4. Foreign key to relationship table. Which one is relationship table? Yeah, middle one, R. So put foreign key to R. Foreign key is always other table's primary key. So other table's primary key is A key and also B key. Now rule number 5.
Table, make a composite primary key by combining 2 foreign keys.
Okay, so combining A key and in the R table, combining these 2 key as a primary key. So so first of all, let's check this is primary key, underline, and B A key in the R is foreign key, so dotted underline. and B key is foreign key, so dotted underline. The last step is combining these two foreign key as a composite primary key. So that means you have to make one more line, cover A key and B key together. Then don't forget, make an error. Now, practice this one. There is an exercise. It's the last page, many to many. We customarily write M to N, but call it many to many. And so answer is here, and there is a question. So make it now, do it now.
In this relation table, we have a key, right? Start date.
It's one attribute. So add the attribute to that table, the relationship table.
Apart from the other table primary key, we have this relation table attribute as well.
Uh, so try, give it try, and I will show you the answer. One is missing. Which one is missing? The last step. This.
I should also give
Yeah.
all the under the.
Yeah, which cover two fields.
Only because in this case, there is the sentence date.
That's just ordinary. These are foreign.
Okay, so I will give this, only give the foreign key this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's foreign key to So let's do it together. So there is a employee table. And then it's many to many, so we need this workflow table. And project. Then add all the attribute there. Employee has EID, e-name, address, and workflow has a start date. Project has a project ID. The name, location, and then put foreign key to in the middle, right? So EID and project ID. Now let's make a showing this primary key and foreign key. So primary key is EID, project ID, foreign key is EID, and project ID. So project EID is here, and project ID is here. The last step, under the combine two foreign key and make a composite primary key, means you have one more continuous line cover two fields. So if you practice this shape a lot, many students miss this dotted underline or this long continuous underline. And so avoid this error. Okay, so
You
give
point for the correct answers.
Yeah, if anything is incorrect, then you are all incorrect.
Even if the others are correct. Yes, yes.
Once that is incorrect,
Be quiet. Thank you. Works for.
Yes.
Do we need to upload this proposal? No.
You can take a photo and upload. So here, next fifth step is combine two foreign key and make a composite primary key. Yeah.
How do we identify the
Yeah.
sorry? How do we bring the idea project ID?
Yeah, it's so yeah, put foreign key to relationship side. Then foreign key is always other tables primary key.
Yes.
So there are two primary keys. So you have this one. Now, okay. And yeah, if you go home, I hope you solve the practice question. Yeah. And
upload.
at least, yeah, upload. At least solve 1 and 4. Yeah, each question accounts for 1 choco point. So yeah, so you can get up to 4 choco points. But if you do not have time, I begging you, please solve 1 and 4 so that you can come up what you learned. Otherwise, you will forget all of them. Then you will going to the lower side of your grade, become going to B side. If you solve 1 and 4, going A side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, going A plus side, right? Now, so
Professor, where are the questions that we are to practice with?
practice question. That's the one, two, three, four. Yeah, it's 4-5. 4-5.
Thank you.
Oh no, sorry. 4-4. 4-4. Yeah. Yeah, the last one. Many to many, take a photo and upload. And now let's try to download the global supposed order 2006. And I will make one chart and then we'll close it. So please download this one. If you're going down, 5-1, after 5-1, there is a global postal order 2016. So download it now. Yeah. Download. The faster you download, the faster we will close the class, right? So download. So if you download it and then open the Tableau desktop. Tableau desktop icon is here. It looks like plus.
How can I find the global
If you scroll down. No. Go to the D12. Lecture slides.
Within the activity.
Yes, you are supposed to download the trial version
Yes.
and replace the product key with the given in the discussion board. Product license key is given to, so go to the left slide. Content. And left slide. Left slide.
Content.
Content and left slide and scroll down and find the 5-1, then here. Okay, so
Then open Tableau. Open Tableau. Tableau desktop it is. So Tableau desktop first screen is like this. Unlike other software, it asks me what type of file you want to work with. So click Microsoft Excel because this downloaded file is Excel. And then choose that Global Postal Order 2016. You just download and open and wait a little bit. Then you will see left side, you have Excel file. And there is a sheet. There is actually 2 sheets. What you need to is drag order sheet and drop to the canvas.
Orders.
Yeah, orders. Then this order sheet is appear in the upper part and lower part. There is a field name and actual data. Then you can click this orange symbol, worksheet. So open worksheet. Open worksheet, then you will see in the columns and rows. So now let's change left side. There is a field market to the.
We are still installing.
Okay.
So now.
Okay. If you are downloading now, forget about that. Yeah.
Okay, Professor, let's start from others. Can you start from others?
Yeah. Yeah. So let me start again.
When I click on the others, I go and drag the.
So open the Tableau.
Okay.
And now click Microsoft Excel. Are you okay up to this step? Yeah. Now select the Excel file, Global Postal. Then wait.
Okay.
Then can you find the order sheet and drop to the canvas?
Professor, it's saying you need more data. Saying you need more data.
It takes time. Down now. Are you okay up to this step? All right. So let me finish first. Then I will fix it for you because some of you go to the sheet, go to the worksheet, and drag market to the row. Drag there is. Click the orange color. Sheet 1. And now just let me finish, then I will help you. So market to the row, and then sales to the column,
Sales.
and
Column.
column. And then the other one is sort key. Yeah, there is a sort key under the help.
Give them order, right?
Yeah.
The sort key is grayed out, you know.
Uh,
It's not active for.
So first of all, you have to install desktop, not online or not web. So if you use online, install again. That's the purpose, to check whether you have good installation. Otherwise, next class you will waste 4 hours. So now let's do that. Let me drag market to the row, sales to the column, and sort. Then I just make a interesting chart, bar chart.
Sales to the column.
Yeah.
Should we change to the pie chart?
Yeah, you can change it to pie chart. Anyway, I will repeat this one from the beginning, but let me check whether you have error or you install wrong software. Read again, right? So, okay, good luck.
This way.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh, wrong there.
Oh, yeah, all the-